Hi guys, hello. Welcome back once again to African S YouTube channel. Yes, as you see today we have a guest and it's a story time. So without taking any time, if you are new to this channel, you must welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your love. We really do appreciate so much for your support. Yes, let's start guys. Introduce yourself.
Godfrey,
Okay, nice to meet you, Mr. Godfrey.
thank you.
Yes, and it's a story time, guys, just because this is my first time to bring someone to testify or to tell us the story on his life, not so?
Yeah.
Yes, from youngness to where you are.
Up now, where I am
Yes.
now.
Okay. So nice to meet you so much.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm AC.
I'm Godfrey. As I have told you, I've come just to tell you about a small story of how.
So you say that you would like to tell us your story. How old are you?
I'm 60 now.
Oh, you made 60?
Yeah.
Wow.
60.
Okay. But you're looking so young. How did you maintain that?
I maintain it by using the natural vegetables, natural plants,
Uh-huh.
using fresh food.
Okay. Yes. So by the grace of God and the natural things that we have
Yes.
here. What journey are you?
I'm born again.
You're born again Christian. Oh,
Yeah.
praise God.
Thank you.
So I am also born again Christian.
Okay.
And guys, if you're just asking yourself, who is the guest for today? Yes, I'll tell you by the end of this video how we related me and the guest. So do not miss step by step. It's a story time. I know I was testifying my testimony through the TikTok and even YouTube, you know, a little bit about myself. So this time around, I brought another guest to tell us where he came from, where God find him, how long is it took, and he said he's 60, meaning that it was a long journey, right? So okay, let's start. Okay, start with telling us how was your young.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was born in a very small village
Mhm.
where it was like 20 kilometers from Kampala.
Okay,
Yeah. By that time, it was a village.
it was a village.
Yeah.
And which years do you think was that?
It was 1965.
1965.
1965, where I was born in a very small village called Kansundo.
Kansundo.
Mm.
Wow. Kansundo, but I've never heard that before.
It is like that. They have changed the names, but
It
up
was.
to date
Oh, now it's Jesus. Okay, now guys, I can understand because I've never, ever in my life heard the name Kansundo. Wow, that is really nice. So, okay, you born and raised in a small village.
in a small village like that. Wow. As I was born, I was 2 months. When I was 2 months, my mother had to drop me to my jaja. Yeah, to my
Oh,
jaja, yeah.
to your grandmother.
Yeah, that's what they told me, that when I was 2 months, I could not even feed the breasts,
The mother's breast.
mother's breasts.
Oh
Then
my God.
I feed like for 2 months, and then I was put to my grandfather.
Grandfather. Okay, grandparents.
Yeah, grandparents.
At your mother's side or at your father's side?
At my father's side.
Wow.
They were together.
Oh, Okay, no,
Grandfather
like the
and grandmother.
grandfather to your mother's side or grandfather to your father's side, because we have four parents. We have two from the mother
So
side and
the grand of my father's side.
oh,
Mm.
okay. And what was the reason? Do you think? Did you tell you what was the reason?
They told me that the reason why they dropped me to the grandfather that the mother was going back to school.
Okay.
Since he got pregnant when she was too
Yeah.
young.
Oh.
After giving birth, then she had to go back to school.
So for you, you had to go to the grandparents.
Start feeding the milk, cow milk.
Okay. So did you at that time when your mom took you to the grandparents?
Yeah.
The grandparents, are they having the cow or they had to buy like now? All things was different by then.
Uh, when I grew up to like 3 years,
Hmm.
I saw there was a cow there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was there before. I can't tell.
Oh,
I can't
so you've
remember.
grown up when you seeing a cow.
Was there.
Mm.
Yeah,
Meaning that you've grown up when you're feeding cow milk.
cow milk.
Wow.
Mm.
Okay. So at that time, did your mother came back to see you time to time?
No, she never came back to see me.
Wow.
I could not understand that this is my mother, but
Oh.
I could find. I went on. I was looking at my gland as my
My
mother.
mother. Okay.
Mm,
Wow.
mm,
Because remember, you were 2 months, and
mm.
you get to know that this is life
Yeah,
when you are in
mm,
your grandparents' hands.
yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
How was that life? Is that life when you started knowing that this is the life? Is it affected you not to knowing that you're having a mother, or you were just adapting the life as it is?
Yeah, that life that was common to me because I knew that this is my Jaja. You could call Jaja
Yes, because
the
guys in
grand.
Uganda we call it
Jaja.
yes, the
Mm.
grandfather or grandmother we
We
call
call
them
Jaja.
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 Yes.
So I was proud of my Jaja. I
Oh.
could take it that this is my mother, this is all and all. Mm. When I
Wow.
want to eat, I just ask her, yeah, Jaja, where is food? Where is
Yeah.
food? She could prepare some food for us
Mm.
and then we eat.
Talk about food at that time. Okay, when you went and you raised in your grandparents, are they were well off or they were
No, they were also very poor. They
oh,
were very poor.
oh,
Like you cannot even tell because they were very, very, very poor in that village.
hmm.
Yeah. So we could struggle with the life, what we eat, to sleep, to wash our clothes, to eat, everything we were struggling.
That is not good. But the good thing is that you were having a milk
Yeah,
when you
the
are
good
growing
thing
up.
that
Yes.
we had a cow.
Mm,
That is the richest thing we had.
you had.
Yeah, we had the cow whereby we could get milk
Mm.
and then we feed on milk. And then we had to go for digging. We could dig and then we get food.
Oh.
Uh,
I don't know how the name they call it dig. There is another name they used to call dig, like farming something like that. There is another English name guys they use, but me and English we are not good friends at all.
mm,
So you guys are going to bear with our English. Let me
yeah,
hope you can understand. Let
yeah,
me hope you going not to judge. You
mm,
listen, but you do not
yeah.
judge. Yes. So At what age did you think you started doing the household? Because even digging, that is a household.
Yeah, we had like 3 years because we could not even remain at home. At our jaja, when we was going to the farm, we could go together. You get a small hole, very small hole,
Oh,
whereby you
your jaja,
practice.
yes, your jaja got you a small one.
Small hole
Uh-huh.
to practice the farming, like
Oh,
that, digging.
because at that time, I think farming was the only solution.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Were you raising alone, or maybe you were having other kids at home?
Okay. By that time I was alone,
Mm.
but after a short time when I was like 5 years,
Mm.
they brought another small baby,
Mm.
whereby I had also to look at that to
Ooh,
take
to
care,
become a mother.
take care, to live to carry that baby again.
At your 5
Yeah,
years?
to my 5.
Wow.
And Jaja could tell you that you have to give the kid tea. I'm 5, but I have to help the other one to drink tea.
And how old was that baby?
She was the baby. She was a girl, but she was like 2.5 years.
Oh, so you are 5 years and you taking care of that 2.5 years.
Yeah.
So you became a mother at that time.
I became a mother at that time,
Oh my
helping
goodness.
Jaja to feed
And
me.
and how do you remember how old was your grandmother?
I remember by that time, my grandmother was like 45 years.
Oh, she was still young.
Like 45 years.
Because I remember when I was growing up, our elders used to tell us that since back we used to, Ugandans, we use all Africans, we used to produce when we are so young. Meaning that when you're turning 40, 45, you're having a grandkid already. Okay, so when you helping your niece or cousin or something else, um, at that 5 years, because at 5 years you have to be at school. Where are you studying?
Yeah, no, not yet. At
Ah.
5 years, we are not studying. We are still at home, but doing the homework there, the work at home.
Oh,
House what?
household.
Household.
Okay.
But I started studying at like 6 years.
Oh, 6. So you went to school.
I went to school when I was 6 years.
Okay, talk about the school by the way.
Yeah, the school. At the school, when you go to school, when you are 6 years, it means you can walk like 2 kilometers from home up to school, and you make sure that you can come back alone because there was no like these days of school truck like what
Okay,
people helping you.
let's go slowly. You say that at your 6 years, you have to walk how long?
2 kilometers
2
to
kilometers
school.
to school.
Yeah,
I think that is too much for a young.
yeah, but you have to go.
And you walked alone?
You walk alone, but you on the way you find other children
Kids,
like
yes.
you, kids like you.
Oh, on the way. But from home, you are alone. Okay. And your grandparents did not fear that maybe something can happen to you on the way?
No, that's why they you have to be like 6, whereby you can
You
walk.
can take care of yourself. Okay. So the school was private or it was a government school?
It was a government school, but you had to pay some money, small money there. It was like a government school, but on the foundation of Christians. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you talked, because I remember you told us that the grandparents was really poor.
Yeah.
How are they afford to pay for you something small at school?
My grandfather had this what we call like his income was like the passion fruit. Do you know passion fruit?
Yes, person. Yeah.
Passion fruit.
Yes.
So we had to collect the passion fruits from all the trees in the
Oh.
in our area, in our land.
Mm.
And we collect them. Don't eat it from there, but you just bring it home uh, so that it may make the school fees for you.
Wow. So you mean that because you were a farmer, guys,
Mm.
and things come from the garden,
From the garden,
and you take it to school or you sell it.
you sell it, small money,
Yes.
then he goes on collecting, and then he can go to school.
Oh.
And most times, my grandfather had to go to school for excuse. Don't send back the grandson. Don't send
Yes.
back the grandson.
Don't bring him back
Don't
next
bring him
next
back.
day.
I will bring money.
I
Bring
know.
money. So that was the way we could move from nursery to P1 to P2 like that. My grand had to do like that continuously.
Oh wow.
But what I cannot forget, when I grew up, like I'm in P4, I had to see. I started realizing.
Feeling
Yeah,
embarrassed
yeah.
as a human being, as a kid. And in that time, did you not ask her that why are you so old than my friend's mother? Or you did, or you grown up, you know that that is my grandmother, not my mother.
My grandmother and grandfather, but the grandfather was the one coming to school, always coming to
Mostly,
school. But he coming when he was that. Do you know the people who are poor in the village?
Yes.
Even cleaning the clothes takes at least 2 weeks
Yes,
to clean the
yes,
clothes.
yes, because they do not, they cannot afford to buy
soap.
Yeah, soap.
Yeah.
I understand.
So those clothes which are very dirty like that, he could come even in slippers, and they are also dirty, but come to office. And when we reaches to the office, the headmaster had to call you. You come.
Can you imagine? And you don't want to be.
Yeah.
Oh. And did you went to the office or you were?
Yeah, I had to go to the office there. Many times he was coming. You have to come to the office and they talk to you and they see you. And even the other students or the other pupils have to look in the windows and see whose judge is that one.
And she's yours.
Yeah, he's mine.
Sorry about that.
Even before seeing him, the people could say, Godfrey, your judge is there. Godfrey, your judge has come. And then you
Because
understand. Because they have
okay. And we're talking about your grandparents. We did not talk about your father.
Yeah.
What happened to your father? Because we knew that your mother had to go to school and took you to your grandparents.
My father was there, but maybe he went somewhere for technical or for training, other much further study. Yeah, and from there he started the new life there.
The life, yes. So
Plus we stayed into our village.
okay. Okay, meaning that for you, your whole life, it was grandparents. Okay, how old were you at that P4 class?
P4 class, there I was like 10 years. Like 10 years there.
So you were having that only cousin or niece at home, or you started being produced like uh, how is it called? You
No,
being
we
having
are there. We are there like two.
two.
Two. We are two.
Okay.
We are two.
Okay.
Mm.
So at that 10 years, what was the bad challenges you found in?
I found that in those when I was 10 years
Mm,
and when I was in like P4,
mm,
I started uh, I started realizing that we were in bad
condition.
condition or situation. The
Mm,
situation was too bad.
mm,
The way we go to school,
mm,
other people could put on their shoes, other people could be in the uniform, but for us, we are not in the uniform, we are in theirs. And I remember, I will never forget
mm.
where the time came when I could not even have a good shot to go to school.
Oh, a good panty.
Go to school, no pants, no what.
Oh.
I had a very old clothes, having even the how do you call it, being torn,
Mm,
being torn. They were not good to be seen. And then after that, uh, we had even to sleep the way we are sleeping,
mm.
the house we are sleeping in. Things have just changed now, but the way we grew up
It
was
was.
too
You
was terrible.
there is a way you talked about
Mm.
you find yourself that
Mm.
other kids they can afford to get shoes.
Yeah.
You mean that you went to school without shoes,
Without shoes. Without
without
shoes.
putting
Yeah.
in anything?
Where no, the shoes are not seen anywhere. Nursery up to up to P6 up to
Oh,
P6.
you mean that you grown up ever since you started knowing that yes, this
Mm.
is life
Yeah.
without putting on
Without putting on shoes.
shoes.
I got the shoes in P6 and it was not my shoes. It was the shoes for my youngest father. How do you call it?
Uncle.
The uncle.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a shoes my youngest uncle, whereby it was not fitting him,
Uh-huh.
and then
They
they
give
had
it to you.
to give it to me. And it was not for school, it was for Sunday services.
Okay. Let's go slowly. Let's go
Mm,
back
mm,
um, to growing up from the youngness,
mm,
that baby stage,
mm.
not putting on something.
Yeah.
Did you not being affected? Did you not get any challenges down there in your feet? Did you not
Yeah.
get sore wounds? Because I think I'm trying to figure out how
Mm.
did you manage?
We be like that. Uh, when you are walking, you can step on a stone,
Mm,
and then you are hurt
mm.
like that, in that way.
And
Even these small what do you call, how do you call them? Jiggers.
jiggers.
You know jiggers.
No. Guys, do you know jiggers? Do comment below if you understand jiggers. Jiggers is like the northern people in the village that
Mm.
they use.
They used to pack in these small toys there, feet.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh.
How do you call them? You can call them if you know the language in Vonza.
Oh, I
Yeah.
understand. I did
Mm.
not even understand what you're
Mm.
saying. Guys,
Mm.
no, not in the northern Uganda. You mean that you were having that small
Yeah.
insect called jiggers
Jiggers.
in your feet?
Yeah, your feet. You have to at least to get that soft pin, and then you pick out, you pick out, you pick out.
You pick out like you're picking a mango. That okay, this is
But
the
if
mango.
you pick out, then the wounds have to pay you, and then in the morning you have to go to school. And when you reach to school, they have to look at your feet to see whether they are, yeah, like that.
Oh,
Mm.
so you've grown up in a very, very horrible life.
Yeah, like that.
But
It was not easy.
yes, but in that way, you were having the grandparents have.
Yeah.
That
In
is
that way,
nice.
our grandfather
Mm.
and grandmother,
Mm.
they could give us food and we eat.
Mm.
And then when it reached to sleep,
Mm.
my grandmother had a very small cloth.
Mm.
You can call it a cloth,
Mm.
like these days they call it
Leso.
that one. That scarf, she could use it in the garden, and then very late in the evening, then you use it like
A blanket.
a blanket.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you mean that you survived, you and the cousin or the niece, you survived, you guys, on only your mother's veil that she
Yeah.
used to go
Yeah.
to the farm with.
Yeah.
When is she wash it?
It is not wash. You can use it like 1 month, but you
Not
are using
washing.
it, not washing it.
But remember, in garden they have mats, something like a dirty thing. Did you not get sick?
No, we could not get sick, but we
Wow.
could feel that this thing is dirty,
Mhm.
but nothing to do.
But were you so warm, or it's just something that you have put on at night?
The clothes of that season, they were like heavy, somehow heavy. When they put it to you,